Alright, so in this video I'm just going to look at how to add an element to an option menu by using an entry field in Tkinter. So just to give you, I'll show you the interface we'd be dealing with. We have an option menu here which just has a few vehicle names in it, and we have an entry field here where we're going to be able to enter something new, and when we click on add it will do something so that the new entry will appear in our option menu. So just a quick guide through the code. You can see here we've got this this class called vehicle, and it only has one attribute to speak of called name. Right there, name, and you can see we've set that up. We have a list of vehicle names, and so as each object is instantiated, it's going to be added to the vehicle names list. And that vehicle names list is actually what populates the option menu. So if we scroll down a little bit to our option menu, here it is here, vehicle menu, you can see vehicle names is the name of the list that it's populating it. It's also, the object when it's created is going to be appended to a list called vehicle list, and that is the list of all the objects. What else do we need to know? You have our root, well, that's all just the standard stuff, the root window. There are our two lists that we're starting as empty, and here are our four objects that we're creating, the four vehicles. When they're created, they are going to be added. The object's going to be created to the vehicle list, and the names will end up in here, in this list, which is then displayed in our option menu. Now down in the actual interface, we have the option menu itself. Now there is a variable called selected vehicle, which I've set up as a string var. It's also initially going to be set to the first item in the vehicle names list. So you notice when we create this, Suzuki van's the first one. So when we run the program, Suzuki van should, there we go, be the selected one. It's the top of the list. What else do we have? We have an entry field, which I've called, oh, that should be called, oh yeah, new entry. And that has a text variable in it called new vehicle. Now new vehicle is a string var, and basically we're going to use that so that when we submit this, we hit the button to submit the form, the program is going to grab whatever the value of the text variable is, which hopefully be what the user enters, and it's going to take that away to a function. And the button itself, which I've called add button or add btn, you can see the command here, that is going to call the add vehicle function. So the add vehicle function is what we need. Right now it's doing nothing, so let's get rid of that. And what I'm going to do just to start with is probably don't need to do this, but I'm just going to do anyway. I'm actually just going to take that vehicle names list and just clear it right out to start with. And then I'm also going to delete everything, all the children in an option menu. It's kind of important as well that you realize that those drop downs, in fact, if I just quickly run this one more time, these are what I would refer to as the children of this option menu. And we're going to just delete them from the option menu. So we go vehicle menu, which is the name of our option menu, dot children, and then menu. And what we want to do here is delete it. So dot delete, and the range we want to delete from is from 0, which is the first one, right through to the end, so the last one. And so that will clear out our option menu. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to loop through our list of vehicles. So I'm going to use a for loop, and I'm just going to create a temporary variable here called v. So for each v in vehicle list. And what that means is as we go through and we hit a new object in our list, it's just going to give it the name v, which means we can refer to it by that name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and append the name to that vehicle names list again. So vehicle names dot append, and the thing that I'm going to add is v, because that's what it'll be called each time we loop through, dot name. So that will repopulate that vehicle names list from scratch each time. And the second thing I want to do is, I guess, put the children back in the whole list. So I'm just going to go vehicle menu dot children, and again it's the menu, like so. And this time what we're going to be doing is adding, so add underscore command. And there's a few parameters we need to have in here. First of all, our label is going to be equal to the name of whatever we're dealing with at the moment, so v.name. and we need it to be doing something, so we're going to use command. Now we've used that in the past to call functions. In this case, I'm just going to go command equals lambda, which just means it's going to stay here and do this. I'll just set up a temporary thing called VEH for vehicle, which is going to be equal to vehicle name, and we're just going to set that to be in the selected vehicle in our option menu, like so, and close that outer bracket as well. So just quickly, this is going to run the add command on our children of our option menu, so it will start adding children to that menu, and what it's going to put in is the name of the object each time, and each time it goes through it's setting that to be in the selected one. Now the problem with that is, of course, it will make the very last object the selected one. I don't want that. I want it to be the first in the list, so I'm actually just going to go back at the end here and just go selected, not variable, selected vehicle dot set, and I'm just going to go to my list of names and grab the first one, like so. So what that should do is should just grab the first name in our list. Now you don't have to do that, but that just to me is a bit neater. So let's just run that and test it. And so here we go. So I'm just going to add some rubbish in there. If I add new vehicle, it has not worked. And yeah, just make sure that's recording. Yeah. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. I just realised I've actually forgot to create the new object. It was a bit silly. So at the start of that function, we actually just need to call the class vehicle, and what we're going to do is we're going to go and get the name of that text variable, which we called new vehicle, like so. So what that should do is that should take the whatever's dot get. What am I thinking? Gosh, terrible. So that's going to get the value of the new vehicle variable. It's going to put it here in our init function, which is then going to create the new object. Right, this time, here we go. So we'll run this, add something, and there it is. Okay, that was a bit better. So again, I'll put another one in, and you can see Suzuki van is the selected one, and there's our new one. Okay, so just to quickly run through, when we fill out our entry form field, whatever's in it is going to be assigned to this variable called new vehicle. When we click on the button, it calls our function. Our function then creates a new instance of the vehicle class, and it sends through whatever was typed into the entry field, because there's the new vehicle text variable. Then we clear out the vehicle names list and all the children of our option menu, and then we go through our object list and we reassign everything to the vehicle names, and we create all the children of our option menu. So there you go. Hope that wasn't too confusing.